A group of mates, cheap flights, a trailer full of bikes, and the chance to explore some of the best mountain bike trails in the world. This was going to be an epic holiday, but it would end with a trip to hospital.
Not how you want to end the day.
In March of 2025, I woke up to a cracking sunrise to lift my spirits, and it would take a lot more than a flat tyre to dampen them. Me and the boys were off on an adventure to Australia's Merkin, also known as Tasmania. We booked the cheapest flights we could find, and at $50 a pop, we couldn't really complain about the 4 a.m. start. Our sights were set on a tiny old mining town called Derby. Population, not many. But rumour has it, it's home to some of the best mountain bike trails in the world, with moist hero dirt just waiting for our tyres. Our only problem was, it hadn't rained in over 3 months, so that world famous hero dirt, the same as the rest of Australia, drier than a dead dingo's donger. Still, we had a week of good times ahead of us, and after a 4 a.m. start, we were wrecked. So we opted for a cruisy afternoon on the bikes and checked out a couple of the easier trails, starting with Hazy Days. To get to the top of Hazy Days, you ride a small chunk of return to sender, and far out this is a fun section of trail. We'll be back to explore the rest of this in the coming days.
Yeah, first lap at Derby. Told it's dry and dusty. Oh, nice ferns.
I am a sucker for lush ferns, and I was absolutely loving this trail already. How nice does this long skinny log look?
That looks alright. Could give that a little red hot crack.
I'll definitely be back later to give it a try. Now we are on to Hazy Days.
It is a bit dusty and slippery. Usually, Derby is known for its tacky, lovely dirt. Whoa, wasn't sure what to expect there.
Hazy Days is a fun, flowy trail designed for riders of all levels. It's just over 3 kilometres long, packed with floaty rollers, wide berms, and a gentle gradient that lets you just cruise or carry speed if you're chasing a bit more of a thrill. Like most of the trails here at Blue Derby, it winds its way through stunning ferns and forest, making it the perfect way to shake off the travel and ease into the trip.
Oh yeah, okay. Made it. First lap down. That was good fun.
Our shuttle driver then recommended we give Flickety Sticks a crack.
I'm told Flickety Sticks is a fun trail, so we're checking it out. And we got some instructions on where to go from there. And it was confusing, so we'll see where we end up.
On the right is the start of Detonate, which has one of the most unique natural mountain bike features I have ever seen on a trail. I'll be back to ride it later in the video. Flickety Sticks is a blue trail with the occasional rock.
Yeah, the rock ride. Trail it.
At the bottom of Flickety Sticks, we were a little confused on which direction to go,
Nice.
but eventually found our way to a trail called Turbo Tunnel, which leads directly to the famous Derby Tunnel. It was another fun trail, and I had my GoPro mounted on my back to get this shot of my brother riding behind me. Next time, I just need to angle it down a little more.
Oh, he's in. I think lights are supposed to turn on. Oh, there we go.
Now, the tunnel itself is about 300 metres long and a leftover from Derby's mining days. But here's a story I've heard. One miner had a bit of a dust-up with his neighbour, who wouldn't let him move tailings across his property. So old mate said, stuff it, and dug a tunnel straight under him instead.
Oh, it's nice and cool in here. Come back with some beers. Yeah, this is sick. Nice. That tunnel was fun. I felt like I was in Fast and Furious 5. Okay, all right, let's see where we're at.
Oh, you get out of the way, man.
As I mentioned earlier, Derby is an old tin mining town. The mine shut down in 1948, leaving behind a massive hole in the ground, known as Bryce's Hole. Over time, it slowly filled with water and became what some locals now call Lake Derby. These days, it's a good place to get your rig out and cool off after a big day on the trails.
Oh God, really smashed my nuts.
If you have gone for a swim, it's worth taking your bike. There's a fun little flow trail above the lake that kicks off with a small jump line, then drops into a steep, fast descent all the way to the water.
Oh, that's mad. Oh. Oh. This would be mad if it wasn't super dusty.
That was sick.
That was like some really steep
Yeah,
berms
it was
and
crazy.
stuff.
Some of them I got scared on.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really fun though.
There are a bunch of shuttle companies in Derby, but unless you're planning to lap Air Yagan, the Black Jump Trail all day, I wouldn't recommend getting the all-day pass. A lot of the trails here require you to pedal out and back, so you probably won't get your money's worth if you're just exploring. We each grabbed a 10-pack of shuttles from up, down, around, and it ended up being perfect for our trip. You can use them any day, any time, and it gave us the freedom to check out trails like King's Wall and return to sender, without feeling like we had to squeeze in a dozen runs to justify the cost.
Oh, is that a send?
Not a roll.
No, I'm stopping. That's pretty cool.
Not a roll.
Not a roll.
Oh, that is not a roll at all.
Off you go, Ambrose.
We really enjoyed Return to Sender. It has some fun rocks and slabs to ride. It might not have the most iconic rock feature in Derby, that's coming up later, but it definitely
What we got
kept us on our
here?
toes and entertained.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Where I'm from, there's not a lot of rocks to ride
Lots,
over,
yeah.
so I'm usually going out of my way to hit them.
Yeah, Mike.
King's Wall was the next trail we hit, and it was similar to Return to Sender, but probably a bit more technical for the first half, and then mostly a flat pedal for the second half. This is my brother Christian chasing me down the trail.
Ow. Nah.
One morning, we had about 1 millimetre of rain, just enough to tease the idea of hero dirt.
I'm out by myself today. Left the boys having coffee. I'm going to be pedaling up some hills. I've been told Roxanne is a must-ride trail, but there's no shuttle to the top of it, so here I am. Time to check it out. Interesting little Strava line here. Oh, nice, through the tree. That's cool. That climb was stunning. Like, got some chunky rocks that really pushed my technical climbing abilities. I'd push the bike a fair bit, but just absolutely beautiful. And now I'm at the top of Roxanne, which is like a black technical descent with some big rock rolls. It's a bit wet up here. But I hear that these rocks get grippier when wet. I'm not sure how much I believe that, but I guess I'll find out. Let's hit it. Roxanne, here we go. I'm sure 95% of people say that at the top of this trail. I'm so tall, I'm ducking through all this stuff. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, man, that's so cool. Whoa, yes, what a mad trail. Oh, we got to look out. Look at this big boulder. Oh, nice. That's a nice boulder. Let's walk up here, eh? See what we get. Oh, the dam. A bit cloudy today. Great conditions for riding, but maybe not the best for the view. Everywhere I go, I'm always looking at like possible trails you could build. And just being up on these rocks, there's so many different lines that they could build, like some little wooden bridges, and you just have this gnarly rock roll descent. If Derby wants a cutlaps trail, let me know. This is sick. Okay, so that rock roll leads into this rock garden, which has some tight corners. I don't know how I'll go. All right, pivot, cheat. Yeah, cool. I'll claim it. I mean, one day I'll learn how to pivot on my nose. Not today. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah.
Over the course of the trip, I gave that log ride from the beginning of the video a couple of tries. Check this out.
Oh, I lost it. Ew. Nice.
Going back to the second day of the trip, it was supposed to be an absolute cracker, but it would end with a trip to hospital. We'd booked a mega shuttle, an hour-long drive out of town to ride what I'd been told is some of the best single track in the world. It's known as the First 13, the opening 13 kilometres of the Bay of Fires Trail, which runs all the way to the coast. It kicks off with a cruisy traverse through spectacular scenery and sweeping views. On a clear day, I reckon you could see all the way to the ocean from up here. Before you know it, you're dropping into a fast, flowy single track that winds through rocky high country forest. Being higher up in the mountains, the dirt here had stayed moist and tacky. Hero dirt at last. We actually rode the trail twice that morning, so this footage is a combination of both runs.
Right up and over that. Did you bin it?
My brother dropped his chain, which was an easy fix, but we would have to stop for a crash shortly.
Oh yeah.
This top section was a lot of fun, but it's the fast, flowy stuff later on that really made me love this trail.
Oh, man down.
Yeah.
You all good?
Yeah.
What happened?
Launch off that. The old hip.
The first crash of the day was Mike. It was nothing too serious, but it did jar his wrist for the rest of the trip.
Oh man, this forest is so lush.
With just a couple of small climbs, most of the first 13 is downhill and super fun to ride. Nothing too technical, which means you can really let it rip and pick up some speed. The scenery shifts into a lush rainforest with tall tree ferns whipping past your head as you fly through. It kind of felt like the forest moon of Endor, only our bikes didn't have laser blasters. This is just a short highlight of the trail. I'll post a longer version on my second YouTube channel, Uncut Laps, for anyone who's interested. I'll leave a link in the description.
Oh, here we are. That's the first section done. That's sick. Oh yeah.
The forest you are riding through is truly spectacular, and it's good to slow down and just admire it sometimes. Just look at this massive old tree that you can actually walk inside. After a brief rest, it was time to lock in for another absolute roller coaster of a descent.
Big downhill business with the boys.
This was crazy fast and flowy and went on forever.
This is where he's like, oh, it's getting a little lippy.
I had the best time chasing my brother down this trail.
Go, 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 go! Hoppa! Sick! Come on, Vic! Oh! These are those corners that sneak up, you were saying. Oh! Felt the rear tire roll on that. Let's get a bit of Vic cam. Oh, crunching gears and smashing beers. Oh, that's fun. Oh yeah. Oh.
This descent is an absolute roller coaster that feels like it goes on forever.
Oh, some of those flats with the sandy bits, bit screwy. Not a good line. Yeah, that's fine.
With the final big descent done, the trail still had a few surprises up its sleeve, like Skippy with a death wish who nearly took Vic out.
Oh, kangarooga.
Or Az crashing into the trees for the second time that day. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be his last.
Oh, he's done it again.
And then Vic's bike crapped out on him a few hundred metres from the end.
Pedal, 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 pedal. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Pedal. Pedal, pedal, pedal.
I got no gear.
You're in top gear.
Oh, look at this.
What the f? That's
Well,
weird.
you kept yelling pedal. I was like,
Oh no, I was giving you a hard time. Oh, you're off the, yeah, I was laughing. You're actually off the thingy. Oh.
oh no. That's so brutal.
How crunchy.
Oh. Oh, you ground away. Look at it.
That's good though. That was like holding you back. More speed. Lighter bike.
Yeah, I just can't use top gear.
Luckily, it wasn't too bad and we managed to finish the first 13 without any major injuries. Yet.
Sick. That was fun. That's fun. Nice one, brother. That was sick.
The next stop for the day was a pub lunch at the Wellborough Hotel where we could refuel with a classic Aussie combo. Beer and a palmy. After a quick look over Vic's bike, we were back on the trails for a 16-kilometre ride back to town along the Atlas Trail.
Right, so just had a ginger beer and a chicken parmigiana. And now we're dropping into Atlas. I think it's about 16 kilometres back to town on a full belly. Feeling pretty heavy at the moment. We'll get going.
Like I mentioned, Atlas is a 16-kilometre trail that is one of the original backcountry trails in Derby, and it still holds up as a proper adventure ride. Raw, rugged, and a little less polished than the newer flow trails, but still plenty of fun.
Nice. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, there's so many big boulders. I wish I had big boulders on my trail. Lush ferny sections. I can't complain though, I am living the dream. Oh, what do we got here? Ah, easy. Getting skiddy. I like this descent.
I spent the afternoon chasing Aaron down the trails. He was feeling confident, fast, and maybe a little too keen. Then we dropped into a black trail called Deadly Bugga.
Oh, it's hard to see. Oh.
You alright? It's cold, man.
Oh no.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got reception. Do we?
You got reception here?
Yeah, I'm looking at the maps.
After checking the maps, we realised Aaron had broken his collarbone less than 500 metres from the finish, and the easiest option was to walk out.
Oh, Jesus.
At the bottom of the trail, Mike whipped up a makeshift sling, which may have taken a couple of tries to get right.
Shit, this isn't right. This is hang on. Yeah, that's good.
As was on his way to hospital.
Okay.
And just like that, his trip was over. It was a long day on the bikes, and the only thing more flogged than Aaron was Vic's undies.
You got your granny panties on, mate?
They're so loose and they're like worn through to be see-through.
They look like boxer shorts, but they're not
These
tight.
used to be tight when I got them like 4 years ago.
Our time in Derby disappeared quickly, but there's still one thing I needed to tick off, a feature that I've been wanting to ride for years, and I couldn't leave without checking it out. So for the very last ride of the trip, we decided to take our bikes for a walk down Detonate. It's a proper double black trail with plenty of chunky rock gardens, and right in the middle of it is a world famous rock chute, straight through a massive boulder that's split in half. Kind of like Aaron's collarbone.
Oh, here's the first one. That's just a small one. Oh my God.
Doesn't look insane, but you'd come down pretty hard if you
Yeah, well, let's see what the big boy looks like.
That's not the big boy.
No, that's a small one, dude. This big one's just around here. That looks gnarly. Might be easy to ride it.
I can't even walk down this, mate.
It's a lot steeper than it looks on camera, and with my wide handlebars, there wasn't much room for error, but I'd come all this way, and I wasn't leaving without giving it a crack.
Cover the elbows, make sure the knee pads are on. Are you ready? Oh, okay, here we go. On the brakes, keep it straight. Yeah! Yeah.
We had an awesome time in Derby, and it's definitely worth checking out. Sadly, I didn't get to ride every trail on my list, but that just means I have to book another trip. Thank you, legends, for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Big boy adventure time. Did I stop recording? GoPro, stop recording.